YouTube, and Facebook. They really monitor my channel. That's why I always put these disclaimers up no matter what type of video I'm putting up. Because it seems as if someone will always get upset about what you say or post. That's why I always say that this video contains content that may not be suitable for all viewers, and viewer discretion is advised. When they had Donald Trump as the president, you had all type of Republican coons that were coming out saying anything to go against black people. Whatever type of movement or push that we were trying to go up with, they always found some black person to go against us. The same thing is happening now. Now that Joe Biden is the president, you have all sorts of coons that they have on hand to come up and step up to the plate so they can thwart whatever type of movement or push or whatever type of agenda that black people have. You know, it's like an old school minstrel show where you have this white person with a black face. And that's all these coons are today, is a white person on the inside with a black face, black skin on the outside. The two latest coons to be called up to duty is Herschel Walker and some immigrant coon named Austin Chinge. And I would like to say that I'm quite sure that all the black people here in America, we all say the same thing, is that these people don't speak for us. They are speaking for themselves. Well, they are not speaking for themselves because they are merely puppets. And they are speaking for the ones that are cashing their checks. Now, Herschel Walker has been a coon for a long time. And not all, but I see a lot of football players that come from these little country towns. They are nothing but coons. I know that everyone has their own opinions. But why do they always seek people like Herschel Walker and the likes? Why do they always seek their opinions? We don't own C-SPAN, CBS, ABC, NBC, Fox, Warner Brothers. We don't own these places. We don't plan who's scheduled to appear. That is something that we do not control. That's why they always, and I mean always, will find some coon that's willing to sell out. And you wonder why would a person like Herschel Walker say that? The dude's going broke. He's been fighting on the wrong team. When he was campaigning hard for Donald Trump, he come out and said, that I'm receiving backlash for speaking up for Donald Trump. And it's messing with my speaking arrangements. Now people don't want to hire him to hear what he has to say. I mean, when you really think about Herschel Walker, what the hell does he have to say? Stupidity. And even after the backlash, he still is going to bat for Donald Trump. I'm not a Donald Trump supporter. I'm not supporting any of these people because I don't really see anything that they do for black people in general. Now, if you're a black person that's an athlete or you're some type of entertainer, yeah, well, everybody likes those people. White, black, Asian, it doesn't matter. But what about the average old, regular, everyday Leroy Brown? So they didn't send Herschel Walker's country butt on up to the podium. Hey, God, tell them what you got to say. I mean, these black people are talking about reparations. Do what you got to do to get them to stop. And everyone down here, you keep calling about Herschel. I'm willing to guarantee you wherever he was raised. And whoever raised him did not call him Herschel. Herschel? Herschel? Yo, Herschel sure is strong and run fast. He gonna be just like O.J. Simpson. So I'm gonna tell you white people out there, when you hear people like Herschel Walker coming up, which I'm quite sure you already know, these men, guys, people, they do not speak for us. They are speaking for the people that cash those checks. Now, on to this guy, Austin Chingy. Why on earth would this immigrant from Nigeria, and we'll get on them people another time, come to America and fix his mouth to say that he's going to do what he can to get rid of Black History Month? You know, we're not trying to be separate from anybody, but no one has went through what black people have went through in this country. And we need recognizing the ones who have made accomplishment in this country in spite of the odds. And this idiot, he listens to a lot of these racists that say that they are tired of these different holidays. They just have one holiday, Americans Day. And on that Americans Day is going to be as usual. White people's history will be put on the forefront, and black people had to be left to do their own thing. That's why they have this holiday, to make people recognize, even though that's short money, that's another thing, but we have this day in order to remember the black people who have made accomplishment in this country. And why would you want to come to this country and make those idiotic statements? And when I said about these minstrel men, when you look at this guy, Austin Chingy, he looks just like those cartoons you see of minstrel men. And I'll be damned, these white people, they went out and found one. They've got them a real live minstrel man. A white person on the inside and black on the outside. And I'm quite sure that in Nigeria you have some all right people, just like Herschel Walker. He's from the States. He's not an immigrant, but he's a damn coon. But that's one thing. But I would never go to another country, Africa, and start cooning and start going along with the people that are oppressing the regular people in Africa. I would never, ever do that. And these people, they know that they're not going to receive any real backlash that matters. You know, black people are going to get mad about it, but we don't control anything in this country. So he's still going to be given some type of pass or whatever. And he has no experience in politics. And he's running for governor. But because he said that stupid statement, what he said, you have a lot of these racist white people who are going to back him. You know, whenever I see a black person that is cooning, I look at who their friends are. Even on Facebook, and I'm seeing black people making these statements, I go look at their friends list. And if I see a lot of white people, I know that they're cooning. It just, you know, I have nothing, like I said, I have nothing personal against white people. Just at this particular point in time, I don't know who the enemies are. So I need to eliminate some people. And it's becoming evident that black people here in America, we need to eliminate these black immigrants that come in, because they don't want to fight with us. They want to fight on their own. They feel as if the more butt they kiss, well, the more little cookies and gifts they will get by throwing us under the bus. I mean, when you look at this guy Chingy, he looks stupid. I mean, any person that walks up to me smiling like that, looking like that, you better get the hell away from me, sir, because I know you on some BS. I know that you're on some BS, and the best advice I can give you or information is for you to get far away from me. You know, after this is all said and done, I am praying that Austin Chingy will be ran back to Nigeria and let the Nigerians deal with him, because I'm quite sure that No real black person likes cooning. And if they can deal with him when they get him back in Nigeria, y'all deal with Austin Chingy. And back to you, Herschel Walker. Before people like Herschel Walker, before Herschel Walker needs to open his mouth and utter something that he feels as if black people don't or do need, he's worried about his own family. He's worried about his son, about what his son does and does not need. You dropped the ball. Instead of your son wanting to be a football player like his dad, most boys want to be like the dad. Your son wants to be a cheerleader. Like I say, man, instead of you worrying about whether or not black people should be deserving of reparations, you should be worrying about what your son been receiving and who he been receiving it from and when he started receiving it. I mean, like them old folks used to say, Herschel, you need to go sit down, boy. And before I go, I want to say something to Austin Chingy. Hey, man, before you try to open your big wide mouth, I want you to remember these words. Muchonu.